I'm Amelie and welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be watching episode 28 of The Untamed. And I can tell you right now, you may hear my dog crying from time to time, not crying, barking from time to time in the background. Apparently there is a pretty big football match happening. I think Argentina is playing or something. I don't know. I'm obviously not a very football person. So I have no idea, but I think that's what's happening. So there is a lot of fireworks going on. So if you hear my dogs, that's what's happening. And I can't postpone this because this is already late. I wanted to record this yesterday, but my internet was just not having. It just went away and obviously I couldn't do anything about it. So I have to record today. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but I live next to a school. Specifically, the kindergarten part of the school is right next to the room I record. So essentially, if I had tried to record during the day, all we would have heard was pretty much, I don't know, shouting and screaming and songs and crying and giggling and all of that. So, you know, I have to wait until the end of classes to do it. So here we are. Okay, so last episode of The Untamed, episode 27, was very interesting. I think it's thrown a lot of light in terms of the relationships between the characters and the personalities of the characters and things like that. I thought it was a very interesting episode. A lot happened. I had a lot of feelings during that episode, mostly anger. So that's where we are today. I don't know what I'm going to be feeling today. So I think one of the, or at least one of the last things that we have in the episode was a meeting between Jiang Cheng and Wei Wuxian. And I think that was very interesting because I have already mentioned before my opinions on that relationship. And I don't doubt that they love each other very much. I think that is not even into question. I do think Jiang Cheng loves Wei Wuxian a lot. I think that as you grow older, you realize that some relationships, when it comes to your family, they are better when they happen at a distance, like living with somebody or being in the same place with somebody constantly. Sometimes it's not the best. Sometimes you just need to be away from each other. I have the feeling that this is what happens with this relationship. I don't think that they are people who are suited to be together. I think they have this nice little fantasy of them, or at least they used to have, I don't know anymore with everything that happened, but they used to have this great fantasy of them being together and with Jiang Cheng ruling, or being the leader of Lotus Spear, of the whole sect, and then with Wei Wuxian being his second in command. And it was a nice fantasy, but I always thought it was naive because I never saw that relationship going anywhere. And again, it's not that they don't love each other, but because of their personalities and because of their histories, I don't see them enjoying each other's company for long periods of time. So in any case, I never thought that was going to happen. So I think it's going to be interesting seeing how their relationship develops now that they're going to be apart. And now that Wei Wuxian did something that definitely, I think, sets him apart from his sect, and something that is going to reflect badly on the young sect. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen with that. And obviously, I think Jiang Cheng doesn't have an easy choice, let's say, for his future, because he is in a very complex situation in terms of him being the leader of a sect that is in a very precarious situation because they had been destroyed, because they had to rebuild. Maybe they aren't in their best moment when it comes to, the position of the sect. So I don't think he sees the possibility of maybe supporting Wei Wuxian wholly, because at the same time he has all of the other sects going against him. And I don't think he can say, oh no, I support Wei Wuxian when his position is so precarious when it comes to, the other sex. And then there are the other sex. That is a whole thing. That is a whole thing. I was just angry. Last episode, I was just generally angry all the time. And I thought about it because, yes, the other day I was very sleepy, so my mind wasn't as clear as it could be. I know that the sex, or at least all of the other sex that are not the genes, they seem to be in a very delicate position because after the war, maybe they had to reconstruct, maybe they lost a lot of people, maybe financially they're not in their best place. So obviously they are maybe less at liberty to do things as they would in any other situation. And that maybe allows it for the genes to occupy a bigger place, let's say, in the political world of the sex. Now, because they didn't seem to have as many losses and they didn't seem to suffer financially because they seem to be filthy rich. They obviously are using that to maybe impose their will on others and also a little bit to manipulate the situation. I think that if maybe the other sex or the other clans would care to maybe check out the situation with Wei Wuxian and the Wen, the other day I couldn't say this word either. It was gone. The people from the Wens, the ones that were left from the Wens, maybe if they had cared to check that situation, they would have seen what was happening and they would have agreed with Wei Wuxian that maybe this wasn't the best. Not all of them. Obviously, some of them, they were very willing for them to suffer anyway. Like, we don't care. But I think others would maybe have thought, no, well, maybe Wei Wuxian is right. But they didn't. They didn't check the situation. They took the gene's word for granted. And I think it has to do with that. It has to do that maybe a lot of sex can afford to maybe go against them now. So not that I'm trying to justify it. I still think they should have acted in a different way. But I think that's maybe why it happened. And, there's also, I think Wei Wuxian was completely right in doing what he did. I think what he did when he went to save all of the Wens and Wening, it was perfect. My only critique in that is that he didn't kill enough guards. I would have killed all of them. That is my only critique. That is the only thing that I have to criticize for his actions in that respect. But he does tend to be a little bit confrontational. So I would say that didn't help his case a little bit. And I'm playing devil's advocate here because, again, I agree with Wei Wuxian 100% that shouldn't have happened, that the sects or the clans, they should have done something about it. But I don't think Wei Wuxian's personality did him any favors in this case. He tends to be a little shit and he tends to be very confrontational against people. And I'm not saying that there's something else that he could have done because I'm trying to think what else he could have done and I'm not sure. But still maybe just interrupting the middle of the banquet and causing that whole scene, which wasn't his intention. I know that it wasn't his intention. He actually asked Xin Zishun to speak privately, which he didn't want it, and that was the catalyst, and I think that didn't help him. And the genes used that, as a way to convince the other sex. On the other hand, if you think about the other sex, we know that Wei Wuxian just wants to help people. We know that he's a great guy. We know that he's nothing but generous and kind and, essentially amazing. He's a great guy. I think maybe there's people who don't know this in this world. And maybe what he knows about Wei Wuxian is that he has an incredibly powerful amulet that allows him to do horrible things to people, and that he sometimes loses control. That is what they know about him. So I can understand why some people may be a little bit hesitant to trust him. And I'm talking about people, obviously, that don't know him, that have no idea how he is as a person, and because we know that he's nice. But I can see how other people may be hesitant, and I do agree that maybe that is too much power for someone to wield. That maybe we should research a way to. I think we have spoken about it, and somebody told me that it was impossible to destroy the G9er. So I don't know what could be done with it, but. I agree that I'll be very hesitant to know that only one person holds all this power, knowing that this person is sometimes unstable and sometimes loses control. And we know that he's being effective negatively. We know that is how he's being effective negatively. So I would be afraid of what would happen when he loses control completely. Like, what it would take for that to happen, and what will happen to other people when it does. So I can understand why not everyone is full on the train, like, no, let's help Wei Wuxian. I understand it. I understand that. I still think that they should have acted a lot better, but I'll give some people, not everyone, but I'll give some people the pass, because, well, I'll give it the pass, but I'll still say that I can see how they could think that, because from the outside, without knowing much about Wei Wuxian, it looks suspicious. His behavior looks suspicious. There was something else that happened in that. I also remember Nimindre, who, I love Nimindre. I love him. That's all I can say about him. I love that man. He do have no, I forgot how to speak English. I'm so sorry. I used to know how to speak English, I think, but now apparently it's gone. He does have a very, let's say, very rigid perspective on the Wen people, which I don't necessarily agree. And again, there goes my dog. That's fair enough. I do agree, and that there are characters that I don't agree completely, and I still love them. Niminger is one of them. I don't agree completely with him. I would say that while I don't support it and I don't agree with it, I do understand his position in saying that people who knew what Wen Wuhan was doing but didn't do anything to, fight him or to go against him, to consider them as guilty as the others. Again, I don't agree with this position. I think we have to see the specific context of the person who did this. And in this case, when Qin, she was trying to protect her brother. And, there is a whole story behind it. But I think the sentiment that Nimindre expressed, and I think this is something that I mentioned in my last reaction, that is something that happens a lot when it comes to this sort of situation. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's depressing, but I have heard that sentiment many times, and while I don't agree with it, I think it's something common to think, especially when you have gone through something that was as hard as Word or anything similar, and It happens. Sometimes people think like that. Again, I don't agree with it necessarily. I don't condone it. But it is a sentiment that I do understand because I know people who think like that. And, obviously this is about very specific cases. So, it happens. To me, of all the people that were like more... I don't want to say inactive. Well, let's say they weren't proactive in helping the world. I'm surprised about the LANs because the only one that reacted to it was Lan Wangji. Like all of the Lan Zhishen didn't also like saying, well, maybe this is not wrong and we should help people. Like, I had assumed the LANs would intervene, and I don't know how much of this is Lang Zhishen maybe being a little bit influenced by Jin Guanzhao. Oh, why did you change your name? I think it's Jin Guanzhao. How much he's influenced by it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it was, I think, the only one that that really surprised me. That, you know, wasn't more, you know, open. It's also true that cloud resources suffer a lot through the war, so maybe, again, as I said before, they maybe can't afford to go against the biggest clan. But again, this whole situation is a mess. What I'm trying to say in this, oh, holy shit, 16 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've spoken this much. I didn't realize. I'm going to put, like some sort of link to the reaction for those who don't want to sit through this. As I said before, what I wanted to point out of this is that I don't see this situation as Wei Wuxian good, everybody else bad. I think it is a very complex situation that it involves a lot of things. So I think in here, the only villains are the Jins. And, you know, clan leader Zhao is there. So it would be remiss of me to not mention that the fact that the only thing that he seems to want to do is steer travel. For some reason, I don't understand what is that man gaining from steering travel. I don't get it. Like, does he want to be famous? Is that what he wants? Because he's always like front and center, just commenting, shouting things. I have a love-hate relationship with him because I don't like what he does, but I also find it funny. So, but again, clan leader Zhao or sect leader Zhao, at this point, I don't know. You know, he's also there just to see the world burn. That's what he wants. He wants to ruin everyone's lives. But again, if I have to choose like a villain, it would be Jin Guanshan. I think that's his name, but you know who I mean. That piece of shit who is the leader of the Jins. And some people also in the Jins I'm not too crazy about. As far as the others are concerned, again, I think it's a complex situation and you cannot say, well, this is good, this is bad. I think Wei Wuxian was in the right, but I don't think maybe for the others was as easy to help him as it would seem. I don't know. This is me speaking with only the information that I have right now. Maybe in a few episodes or when I finish, I'm going to have a completely different opinion. Okay, I'm going to stop this because this is very close to being a 20-minute introduction, which you don't deserve, guys. I'm so sorry this happened. So let me just start the episode. As usual, I'm watching on Netflix. I'm skip the intro. And there goes my dog again. And what else? I'm putting the timing in the video, and that's pretty much it. Let's just start this episode. So let me see. Oh, do I have it here? Yes. For some reason, I didn't have the episode in front of me. I don't know where I was. This is why I'm not. This is why I don't want to be like a professional YouTuber. I'll be shit at it. I'm just, look, this is what it is. Okay, so there we go. And after the introduction, in the next week's episode, let's start it in 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is the recap. I do miss Chang Chen calling Wei Wuxian like angry, like Wei Wuxian. That was my favorite part of the Untamed. No, not of the Untamed, but one of the things that I liked. I'm still not clear. Is it what he has, a piece of the yin iron? I'm still not sure. Is that something that I should know? Let me know in the comments if I should know that this is a piece of the yin iron. Because it seems like it is, but sometimes he says he isn't. I'm not sure. Can we talk a little bit when this is happening? Um, I'm still watching. I'm still reading. Can we talk about how amazing Mian Mian was? Oh, what is this? You know what I admire about Shang Cheng? He really color coordinates everything. I love it. Like sword, clothes, the lining from his weapon, from the whip. Like, love it. And the fact that it's purple, love it. Why do they have to do that here, like in front of Wenin? Like maybe taking it outside? Yeah, that I understand about him. Like, he's under a lot of pressure. Yeah, but you see it that way. That is not how the others see it. That's the problem. I think maybe the problem here is that Wei Wuxian is not as, I don't know how to say this. He doesn't realize like how political influence, how the political, uh, how the political aspect of it is going to affect like him. It's like obviously, if he killed the overseers, even though we know that they deserve to die, uh, I mean, it's obvious that the genes are not going to just stop there. Like, he doesn't, it's like he doesn't see the political implications of his actions. That is true. That is why I don't like about Shan Chen really not being more open about this, about his support to the Wen, to Wen Qin and Wen Ning. Because they did a lot for them, like a lot. They risk a lot for the Yangs. But again, the position in which Xiang Cheng is, and I think it's a little bit. I think Wei Wuxian is also a little bit naive in that sense of not realizing that yes, they're not right, but sadly we live in a no. What are you doing? Oh, okay. This is okay. So I guess did he stop himself or there was something stop him? A geek. Again, I think it's a little bit naive of Wei Wuxian to think that, you know, and not that I agree with it, but again, the political implications of his actions and what happens to those who are linked with him. Oh, I think also the problem here is that Xiang Chen cannot express love rather than, only through anger. Especially, he cannot express concern. Well, I don't think that's the problem. I don't think the problem is of him being prominent. To me, I think the problem here is that, and I don't want to sound like I'm dragging Wei Wuxian or anything like that, because I think he's in the right here, but when Wei Wuxian risks his life, he's only risking his life. But when it comes to the Jiang clan with Jiang Cheng, if he risks, it's not only his life, it's the life of all of the people that depend on him. So he has a greater responsibility than his own life, including his sister. And I think it's very naive of Wu Shan that only one set can go against all of the others, which is what happened with the Wayne clan and then everybody destroyed. And again, not that I think they're right. I don't think they're right. I'm just saying that I think there wasn't a lot of, oh, baby. I don't think there was an easy solution. What I'm trying to say is that there wasn't an easy solution to this. That neither of them, both of them want different things, but neither of them are going to get it because the solution is very difficult. Oh. Somebody give something to eat to the baby. Oh. Is that a peach? Oh, that's an adorable child. He reminds me of my nephew so much. Oh. What is that guy doing to that girl? Like hitting her in the shoulder? Oh, somebody give food to these guys. I mean, that is a pretty cool place to live, I have to say. Oh, baby! Oh. I don't think that is a peach. What do you call that in English? Like one that is similar to a peach, but without the fuss? What is that stupid mannequin in the back? That looks so creepy. Maybe it is a peach. I don't know. No, I don't think it is a peach. I'm strangely. I'm so hungry. I'm strangely focused in that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to. I mean, everybody already knows that he helped you get here. So I don't think him living is going to be that great for him. Would somebody eat that fruit? Stop throwing it around. Oh, finally. That's fair enough. Well, somebody had to say, I don't know, I think you already said it, his name is perfect for saying it angry. Love that. Eat it to death. And again, I don't think he can come back. Like, all of the other clans already know what he did. Like, they are pretty against him. Again, the color, even like his undershirt, it's like that bright purple. Love it. I guess he got that for his mother because his mother also had like a great color coordination. Oh, he's still thinking about Wen Chin. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Is that a memory? Is that when he went to see where we I guess it is. That part of the burial mounds looks bleak. Oh, just like stab him in the heart, I think. I had thought the relationship between them would have been interesting because I don't think she would have any trouble like shutting him up. Like, shut up, stop talking, stop being angry. I think she has a very strong personality, so that would have been interesting to see. And again, maybe I am particularly jaded, but I still don't see like what can he do now. Like I think maybe if they would have maybe I don't know before the whole thing happened with Wei Wuxian going to to rescue Wenin and killing the guards, if they would have managed to maybe convince the other ones to check on something and if they would have acted before, or maybe if he acted before, then maybe I think he would have made it, and maybe things would have been different. But as they are now, I don't really see how the young sect could do anything without getting all of the other sects against them. So I don't know. Against maybe he could help them in secret. I think that's the least that he could do because they seem to need food mostly and things like that. So maybe he could help them like that, but I don't think he could openly help them. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Oh, is he speaking? Oh, Oh, maybe Wei Wuxian could do something because. Okay, it seems like he's asleep again. Oh, is it because of the music? Maybe because he can't control him with the flute, right? That's a nice song. I like it. I don't think it's it's a little bit too sounds very happy considering the situation, but oh, what's happening here? Oh, what are they going to do? He looks very attractive, I'll say that. Shang Cheng, if you frowned a little bit less, ah, the the traditional sword clenching of this show. Oh, oh, okay. What are they going to do? Are they going to have a duel? Are they skeletons on the floor? Where the hell are they? Is this still burial mounds? Two at the same time. There is a lot of skeletons in that floor. Is he going to take the flute? No, we're seeing. There we go. There's the flute. That looks very determined. Oh, it's like he created a barrier. Okay. I'm trying to figure out whether they are fighting for real or if it's. I don't know. Is this a duel? I don't know what's happening. I'm still not sure what's happening here. Okay, he's trying again with a sword. Oh, what is that? what is happening? Are we just, oh, that is not good. He's continuing. He's unaffected. No. Ow! That is a lot of blood. I thought it was more like a scratch, but it seems, holy shit. Ow! Oh, what's wrong with him? I have no idea what is happening. Oh, that is a lot of blood. I don't. How did he get blood there too? Ugh. That's it. What the hell was that? Ouch. Is he okay? I mean, we know he's not going to die, but that looks bad. Again, a lot of skeletons in this place. There's no expenses spare for the skeleton budget in this episode. Is that what happened? Yep, shut up. Okay, which just what, was that necessary? Was that part of the banishment, like the cape, or was just him being dramatic? I think it was him being dramatic. Was that an actual fight? Or I mean, he stabbed him, so it must be an so beautiful. I mean, he stabbed him, so it was an actual fight, but it didn't give me the impression that what they were fighting for real. Like, that's a beautiful dress. Like, it seemed pretty sedated for a fight. It reminded me a little bit of the fight that he had with Lan Wangji. Like, yes, they were fighting that one of the first episodes. So they were fighting, but it didn't give me the impression that they were actually trying to kill each other. But now I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I don't think. Is this a dream? Yes. Or is she just not going to stop? Is that what's going to happen? Yeah. So it's like a perfected dream, maybe, or oh, I'm so sorry for Young Lee. All she wanted was to be together with her brothers. Oh, she's still in. Oh, what is the name of the Jin place? I never remember. Okay, so she has to see Madame Jin. It does look nice, that place, but again, Jin's piece of shit. Not Madame Jin, I assume. Oh, he's still hurt, right? I have forgotten about the fight. I was thinking about Zhan Li, and I forgot that he just received like a sword to the gut. So maybe get that checked. Yes, thank God Wen Qin has brains. Oh, I really love when Wen Wuxian like touches his nose. Yeah, you're not. You're not. You were stabbed. There we go. You had also been stabbed. No, he's receiving no treatment. Why? No. Turnips are not. I actually don't think I have ever eaten a turnip, so I don't know. Maybe they are delicious, but I love potatoes. Like, who doesn't? Oh, there we go. He's still bleeding. Wen Qin, do something about this. You are the only one with a brain in all of this show. No, there's a few more people. There's still Mian Mian. Ah, oh, beautiful. What is that? What was that? What is he doing? Oh, are those lotuses? Is he planting lotuses for her? Oh, he looks like an idiot. I love him. I think that's all it takes. I think I have two types. One of them is Nimindren, the other one are idiots. Like, you just show me an idiot and I will like him. I don't know what it is. He's so sweet. And she needs a little bit of, something, a little bit of happiness. Give Yan Li some happiness, please. Yeah, if neither of you talk, this relationship is going nowhere. Like, there is some issues in communication. Like, I thought Wei Wuxian and Lan Wenzhi were bad, but my god, guys, get your shit together. I love that thing that Yan Li has in her head. I don't know what it's called. Oh. You see, I think when she says this, I don't think she means I want to go to Lotus Pier now. Like, I want to go to the Lotus Pier where everybody was alive and Wei Wuxian was there. I think that's the Lotus Pier that he wants to go back. And I think that's pretty much what all the other characters mean, like Chang Cheng and Wei Wuxian. When they think about Lotus Pier, what they think is that, rather than what is Lotus Pier now. Oh, poor Yan Li. Yeah, do something. Xishuan. Xishuan? Sichuan? There we go. Is he going to awkwardly tap her shoulder like, there? That would be awful. Oh. Oh, they're so sweet. Those lotuses look like they're going to die at any moment. Please hire a real gardener. Oh. I like them as a couple. Well, they didn't speak, but at least there was some, I don't know, communication. There was something happening there. Okay, 1 month later. Who is the Yilin Patriarch? Do we know who he is? Oh, wait, that's why I took it. Oh, my brain is just. I remember in the beginning of the episode they were calling him like that. Is that Lan Wangji? What? There was only one. Oh, yeah, well. Yeah, I know about that. What is happening here? Who is this guy speaking? Like, is he giving a show? What's happening? Yeah, this is a problem. That's what I mean, that people don't know him, so they know is what he did, like the things that he did during the war and what he did. And then you have these stories starting. Oh, I don't think Lan Wangji is liking what he's hearing. Oh, is he going to break that cup? What? Shut up! Who are you to speak? Oh. Just. Oh, I thought he was going to maybe do something more than that, but Why do you think? They were just there throwing shit at Wei Wuxian. What is these people just. People just loving seeing Wan Shi and. Oh! Yes! I love where this is going. I love where this is going. Like, can we talk about people just turning their heads at Lan Wangji? Like, I've never seen something like that. Can you imagine going the street and having Lan Wangji walking next to you? Same. I would just turn around and look at him. Is he supposed to buy potatoes? Because I think Wenqin has some very strong opinions about potatoes. Where are those turnips? You know where Yuan is. He knows. Yuan knows how to recognize quality. That's the thing. Oh no! Poor Lan Wangji! I bet he's wishing to just set himself on fire and disappear. Oh, poor baby! Oh no! No, this is too good. He has no idea what to do. He has no idea what to react. Everybody's looking at him. This is hell for him. Yes, get yourself a few more children and that'll be fine. When we shall go help him. He's causing a scene. He's hating this. Do something for him. Oh. Oh, look at that face. They haven't seen each other for so long. And that music. Who's this guy? I think that's the other dad, I think. Just go away. Is it a coincidence? We'll see. Yeah, what's happening with this? We should do something about this, please. Oh, he's so adorable. I love that boy. What are you saying? Oh, I understand, Langshan. Poor guy. Oh, pretty as you look. That's nice. Oh, he loves doing that. That's his thing. That's a ZHAN thing. He loves grabbing people's legs. Oh, he's those cheeks. I will just grab those cheeks. He's such an adorable boy. Oh. Oh. I like this. Is this a little family? What I'm seeing? I think it is. What? Oh, his face! Buy him a toy, Wei Wuxian! Yes, why didn't you buy him? What? Oh, Lang Wenxi is going to buy them for him. I bet Lang Wenxi will spoil that boy. Oh. Favored by children and adults. I don't. I think Wu Shan. Oh, did he bought that too? I told you. Oh, he has the thing, and he has a butterfly. Oh, I knew it. I knew Lang Wenji. He seems strict, but I bet he will spoil that boy. He would definitely be the spoiler of the partnership. Oh. Oh, so adorable. Yes, I agree. Quit your supposed night hunt that we all know that is just an excuse to come here to see whether you could see Wei Wuxian. We can see through you, Lang Wenji. See, not even a little bit of resistance. Like, no. Oh, is that the end? No! I want to see that meal. I want to see more of this. I want to see more of Lang Wenxi and, I forgot his name, and Xuan and Wei Wuxian having a meal together. I am loving this. I am living for this. The rest of the episode was pretty sad, but this whole thing, perfect. I need more of this. This is what we are talking about. This is what I like. I love this. You know that found family and kind of like this sort of, adopting children together and things like that. You already know for other shows that I'm not going to say in case somebody hasn't watched them. Well, I think it's pretty obvious considering how many shows I'm reacting to, but I love it. I love this trope. I love things happening like that. I think Xuan is one of the heights of this show. I think he's an adorable. And I'm not saying that just because he reminds me of my nephew, but he's adorable. I'm loving this. I think Lan Wangji with children, I think Lan Wangji with a ZHAN is absolutely a joy. So that is my take on that. Okay, so a pretty good episode. I really like it. I think we saw the banishment of Wei Wuxian from the ZHAN clan. I'm still not clear if that fight was actually something that they planned maybe to show, because they didn't seem like they were fighting like actually for real. So I'm not sure what was happening with that. I also want to say, because I was thinking, I was watching this, I think a lot of people maybe will take this the wrong way. So I will just say this again. I agree with Wei Wuxian taking the all of the wins and doing what he's doing. I love the little community that we have there. I think he was absolutely right. I think everybody else was in the wrong not to help them. So don't think because I play devil's advocate and I, think about others' perspectives and what was happening with the others. The same case with Jiang Cheng. Don't think because I sometimes try to see things from their perspective that I agree with them. I think Wei Wuxian was definitely in the right. I think Wei Wuxian did what he thought was right, and I absolutely agree with him. But I do think that in some cases, things are not as easy as it may seem, like to find a solution, especially in considering how things are in the political landscape at this moment in this place. So nothing. I just want to say that because I think maybe at the beginning I came off like I was critical of Wei Wuxian. I think Wei Wuxian tends to be a little bit more naive when it comes to politics. That's the sensation that he gives me. So I don't think that is a fault. That maybe shows like just doesn't care. That for him that isn't important, but maybe for other characters that have greater responsibilities when it comes to their sex, like Jiang Cheng, maybe things are a little bit more complicated. But again, Wei Wuxian is in the right, he's in the right, everybody else should really take a good, hard look to themselves and reconsider what they had been doing in these episodes to make me so angry. There was something else that I wanted to say. Again, I think Jiang Chen is a very frustrating character because I can understand where he's coming from, but he still upsets me. Like, he has a way of reacting to things, which is anger. And I think we could definitely see that, coming from his mother, essentially. Like, we saw that from his mother too. Like, his first impulse towards everything is anger. Like, he has a difficulty showing his emotions in any other way. And I think that comes off as a little bit, not very nice and a little bit unlikable. So a lot of times I just don't like how he reacts and things like that. But I find his character very interesting, and I find a character that I can understand how he behaves and the things that he does. But not maybe when he gets angry and just, reacts badly. Okay, I'm going to stop here because I already have like I think it was almost like a 20-minute introduction. Again, I'm so sorry about that. I guess I wake up today feeling talkative. That's the only explanation that I could give. And I have to do my reaction for Word of Honor later, so let's save some of my talk for later too. Okay, guys, so I'm very happy for those who enjoy this. I'm very happy that if you stick with me until this moment, and I'll be back on Monday for episode 29. So that's it. Bye bye, guys.